the zombie genre in horror is not one of my favorites. I mean, it can be done well, but you gotta add something interesting to it. And 20 years later does do that, which is why it's one of my personal favorites of this year. However, I can also see the reasons that I love it being the reasons a lot of people hate it, since the focus isn't really on the zombies. Most of the zombie action is all in like the first 30 minutes. Like, you see, they pop up like once in a while, like you get maybe a chase scene from them, but for a lot of the time, it's just kind of this mother and her son kind of just traveling through England trying to find this doctor. And if you think, wow, that sounds incredibly boring, yeah, you are gonna hate this movie because that is like you're just getting an hour and 30 minutes of that, just them traveling, just sitting down and talking. And I mean, I love that, but I know people who don't want that. Like they just want the gory action, blood, guts, tearing out people's necks, and that's mostly not here. There's like one human casualty in the whole movie, and I didn't mind that. I mean, I particularly enjoyed it since I really like these characters, and they just feel like cardboard cutouts who are there to just die. So I really liked it. Everything I really liked about it. I liked its unique way of showing the zombies being killed. And killed. I liked all the designs of them, and I'll definitely say it definitely has a very Last of Us vibe. This feels like it could take place in the same world that video game takes place in, and I love that game. So this is right up my alley. But I would say if there were stuff that I didn't much care for, I would definitely say it's near the end that I do feel like this film could have been longer. I did want more certain characters, so I found out they weren't in as much of the movie. I was disappointed. But there's a sequel that's going to come out next year, so I'm hoping we get more of them in that. And the ending is a freaking tone change, to say the least. Like, it freaking turns into Power Rangers in like the last 2 minutes. Like, it was so bizarre and weird. I did kind of love it for the tone change, though. And I'm really excited to see how they handle
You were though.
these characters later on. So ultimately, I really like this movie. I would definitely recommend it. I think it's going to depend on your enjoyment of stuff like The Last of Us and The Walking Dead. If you enjoy that character story stuff, you're going to enjoy this. If you just want the gory, ultra violent, just destruction, you ain't gonna like it. But I think this is gonna be one of my favorite films this year, and it's gonna take something really special to top it.